This baby sloth's name is Guanabana, and in this footage he is doing fine. However, not long ago this baby was in huge danger. After low tide, he got stuck between two rocks and he could have died during the next tide. The baby sloth was crying loudly and calling for help. His cries for help were heard by a man named Dirk. He rescued the animal, drove him home, and later took him to an animal rescue center.
As for the food enlightenment, I believe it would be ethically correct to refuse nutrition on the basis of the consumption of dead animals. Masami Akita, vegan.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
And the Oscar goes to Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Let's go. I'm doing better than
Whether we're talking about gender inequality or racism or queer rights or indigenous rights or animal rights, we're talking about the fight against injustice.
doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. You know, I'm doing better than ever. 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 Like the sun shining after bad weather. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever. I'm doing better than ever.
One with flying colours? What else to expect? You are vegan.
We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message entitled The Story of摩訶迦葉, Vegan, Part 6 of 10, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on July 14th, 2024.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, Vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, Vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, go on, baby. Hey, look at you.
Oh, quack, quack, quack. You're laughing. Quack, quack, quack.
Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.,
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching
and South America,
and keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
Calling for Dad? You see him in there? Maybe you should call him again. There he is.
I want to thank you with摩訶迦葉 for being so kind to me. We were friends in earlier lives, and we were good with each other, compatible. Thank you for the relics of the Buddha. Thank you for the bowl, like the arms bowl, the begging bowl for the monk. But in our time,摩訶迦葉should understand, the Buddha also understands that it's very difficult to go out begging, especially for a woman. And I'm not that young anymore. So I just eat one meal a day in the house, and I have to do so much work, homework, inside, outside. So if I keep going out and baking and coming back, I don't think it'd be convenient for me. Even though I would love that free life so very, very, very much. Even just to eat one meal, cooking and washing, I feel already it's a lot of work for me. And you have to clean your house, you have to clean floor, wash the blankets and the clothes, and then wash the dishes after cooking, and wash the kitchen and utensils and all that. I feel it's too much work already. I wish God would allow me to be breatharian again. It's more convenient, but still, I cannot. I'm not allowed to. I still feel very sorry that I can't be breatharian, because it was so good when I was breatharian. I felt like I was walking on the cloud, and everything felt light. Everything felt like no worry, even nobody involved, nothing you should worry about, nothing you fear. Because you have nothing. And if you even don't eat, don't drink, you really have nothing to fear at all. You have nothing to lose. It was absolutely a very, very, very beautiful feeling. And now even eating once a day, oftentimes I also don't taste anything. Sometimes I feel a little appetite or even hunger, but rarely does the food taste any good. Maybe because when you cook for yourself, it doesn't taste very good. If somebody else cooks for you, then maybe it tastes good. I remember I loved food. I loved food so much before. And I always had a kind of small party in my little kitchen. I had a couple of chefs and cooks to cook for me. So I asked them to cook a lot, and I invited the workers in the ashram, some monks or some nuns, not all of them. Those who came helped me to repair the house or repair the car, or some helped me to clean the golf car or clean my yard, something like that. So monks or nuns, I invited them. They took turns, so it was very good. And when I ate with someone else, it tasted so good, so appetizing. And then I kept eating a lot. But then later I preferred to eat once a day and less, because even if you like to, you shouldn't eat so much. I mean, me, huh? Not you, okay? Please, do what you want with your life. It's your life. As long as you don't harm anyone, and as long as you're vegan, I'm happy already. But if you want to try to have less and less pain, invisible pain even from plants, trees, or flowers in your house, then you can try a little bit at a time till you get used to it. See, if your body accepts you have it, don't cut everything off all at once like the way I did when I became breatharian. Maybe you will cause yourself trouble. I didn't cause myself trouble. I was younger then and healthy. I worked a lot in that temple, cleaning every day, washing, cooking for everybody. Yeah. And helping to write articles for the abbot and transcribing his talk onto paper. Yes. He had a magazine or something. Before that, I had met a Watarian nun before, I told you, in Mel Ly. Not where we live, but nearby in the same region called Mel Ly. So my heart ever since has been longing to be at least a Watarian or breatharian, but I could not somehow. Because I have to tell you the truth, I loved food. I remember a long time ago, the Buddha told me that he became Buddha before I would, because I love food too much and ate a lot. I still do though, even though not as much as before. Usually before I lived with people or in the temple, a lot of people come and eat together, so that makes you have even more appetite. And when I was in Seoul, Taiwan also, I invited people to come eat with me. So the more people with you, the more appetite you have and the more you eat. Sometimes I couldn't go back into the old beautiful clothes that they made for me before, because mostly when I go out in public, I have to wear the clothes that I designed or they designed at different companies in order to sell, like I'm a model, but I don't have any payment for it, okay? Don't be envious. I didn't know being a master, you even have to sing and dance. I had to do many things, and I still have to. Somehow, most of the people who know about my designs or my jewelry, for example, they love it. So I had to show it anyway. You might wonder why I don't advocate for 1 meal a day or asceticism when I myself do it. I do it for a different reason. I told heaven that if I eat once a day, while normally I could eat 3 times a day, that whatever meal I don't eat could be given to other souls. And even if you don't meet those hungry people or maybe hungry ghosts, if you have spare in your mind, then the food will go to them in the different delivery. They don't necessarily see that I share my meal with them, but because of the vow, they will get it. But I'm just trying to bring home to you, don't punish your body. 1 meal a day won't make you liberated. and won't make you enlightened, because it has to be transmitted by an enlightened master, just like a candle. Pass on the light to the next candle, and both will be brightened like that. But without that lighted candle, the other candle will not be bright. There has to be another fire instrument somewhere, like a candle, fire, a lighter, or even burning gas on the stove. Now,摩訶迦葉, he was already an ascetic, so spiritual, he learned some with other masters before the Buddha. So how come he still had to find the Buddha in order to realize his holy position as an arhat in a short time? Why did he have to do that? Huh? Why? Because he knows you have to have a guide, you have to have an expert, you have to have this master who transmits the way to you with the master energy attached to it, in the beginning at least, to help you to go back into the inside realm where you belong. Yeah, and then slowly you walk home from the inside realm. If you don't have a master, a living teacher, then no matter what you do, you can say 99% is not fruitful. Even if you can achieve some meditative power like a seer or some yogic power or something, it's not complete liberation, it's not Buddhahood. You will be reborn again on earth, and then God knows if you can still continue to control your life in virtue, morals, and beauty or not. Without a real transmission of inner power to you, to open your own power, it's a very slim chance that you could enlighten yourself and reach liberation, or if learning some other method that is not suitable, that is not the ultimate. And after摩訶迦葉sent for his wife, she came study with the Buddha, and in a short while she became an arhat also. It means saint already. During the Buddha's time, sometimes the Buddha just talked to somebody, they came and talked to him, and the Buddha explained to him, expounded to him the truth, and then that person became enlightened and attained some level after meeting and talking to the Buddha. It's not because of the Buddha's talk or voice, it's because of the power emanating from it. And also that the Buddha will teach that person a method to practice. Maybe light and sound method, the way you are practicing. So it is not like you can just repeat or learn from somebody else, second or third hand from the Buddha. That means produced from the Buddha's teaching, and then you can be enlightened. You see, it has to be a living teacher. And many other monks also, like Ananda and other persons, they have to be under the Buddha's merciful guidance with tremendous power from within the Buddha himself.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Vegan, live and die a true human.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God and Supreme Master Ching Hai, shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Charming viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled The Story of Mahakasyapa, Vegan, Part 6 of 10 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is multi-part series on ancient predictions about our planet. Prophecy Part 309, How to Find the Savior of Our Time. Follow the auspicious Dragon Trail right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds, life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím, navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule a suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.